Good evening, everyone. It's for me. It's evening. This is the time that I am shooting this video for you to teach. Uh, Teaching is not just a pep talk. Pep talk means we just come here, have some few talks, and then we go. And especially when we teach grammar. For grammar, you need your concepts to be absolutely clear, crystal clear. So, without wasting much time, let us enter today with the continuation of the sentences. In fact, it is the conditional sentences we shall continue today also in the various forms. And with this understanding of these sentences, you will be able to answer many ICSE pattern questions. So, conditional sentences. Two things to remember before we discuss about the conditional sentences. A condition is something has to be fulfilled before something else can happen. Some conditional sentences beginning with an if does not refer to events that already took place, but these events are highly probable. Probable means it may happen. That means these events can or may take place. Basic patterns of conditional sentences. There are three types of sentences we will be discussing here. They are based on tenses. So the first type of example is, if you get a scholarship, what will you? See the pattern. In bracket, the pattern we have given, it is beginning with an if plus the verb, and this verb is present tense. That is the first part of the two sentences. If you get a scholarship, so that is the pattern of the first sentence, if plus verb with a present tense, simple present. Okay, now what will you do? The second part, it is simple future. Future tense, verb will do the future tense. And what is the answer like? If I get a scholarship, I will go abroad to study. Now, there is no question answer here. It is just like we are giving a reply to this question in the same pattern. Now, in this pattern, you have got some few examples here. I jotted down. There will be hundreds of them, but you just see the pattern. If you study hard, you will succeed. Study is this. The word study is the simple present, and your answer is will succeed, simple future. This is the pattern I am going to show you in this type 1. If they are playing, this is the present continuous tense, and your answer is again simple future. They will catch a cold. You don't need to answer because it is continuous tense, so you will be giving an answer necessarily in the continuous. They will be catching a cold is also possible, but simply they will catch a cold is also simply is an answer. If you have done your project, have done, this is the present perfect. If you have done your project, you will be allowed to play. Please see the pattern. These are all in the present tense. Okay, and now if she has already left, she has already left, then answer is she will surely catch the train. This side is present tense, this side will be future tense. This is the type 1 sentence, and these are all the example in the present tense. Now very often we say, if I can save some money, I will buy a car. So not only just you will be having the you can see are playing or have has, but can also is used in the present tense. So if I can save some money, I will buy a car. Now the type 2. If you got a scholarship, here it was, if you get a scholarship, present tense. Here it is, if you got a scholarship, past tense. Your answer was here, the simple future. Will, you will do, simple future. Here it is, what would you do? It is the past tense of the simple future form. Will, the past tense of will is would. So the pattern is again if plus the verb of the past tense, and here verb of the past tense form of the future tense. Past tense form will do, past tense form is the would do. And of course we are giving a probable answer. If I would get a scholarship, I would go abroad to study. Again, few examples, there will be more examples like that, but I have just jotted down 5 of them for you to know the pattern of the sentence. If I had enough money, I would buy a new car. If my father were here, English is absolutely correct. Normally we say my father was here, but if my father were here, it is in the probability case. He would help me. It's like if I were a prime minister, we say, not if I was a prime minister. So in the probability we say if I were, if my father were here. If you took a flight, you would get there on time. See, the took is in the past tense and it is the past tense form of the future. Would, will, past form of the will is would. If I had wings, again past tense, again the past tense form of the future, will, would fly. If I were you, that means if I were in your case, or in that condition or situation, if I were there, I wouldn't buy that costly car. Now these expressions are very important, my dear children, because this is how the English will become strong for us, and it is needed that you all go through this and learn this. It is very easy to say do as directed, but you should know what is the pattern of changing it. And that is how we give it. Technically we are giving the grammatical way of learning the pattern of the sentences. There is still here the type 3 sentence. If you had got a lottery, you see, had got, so it is a past perfect form of the sentence. And obviously if you had got, you being here, would have you done, would have done. So because of had got, past perfect, you are going one step backward, would have done. So if you had got a lottery, what would you have done? The pattern is if plus the verb, and this verb is the past perfect form, that is had got, and here it is verb, that is obviously do, it is the past perfect form. Have done, would have done. And we are giving again a probable answer. If I had got a scholarship, I would have gone abroad. I would have gone. This is the basic formula, like you have to learn. If you have got a past perfect here, if I had got a scholarship, past tense is already taken by would, then you have to bring the perfect tense form, that is I would have gone abroad. Again some examples. If I had worked harder, I would have won the race. It is the word won, won, and not won. Many of you mispronounce this word. This is won, 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 won. B, If we had lived in the Stone Age, we would have been hunters. If you had worked harder, if you had worked harder, if you had not worked harder, you would not have got succeeded. You would not have got success. That's the way of saying. If you had not worked hard, in a positive, you had worked hard, you have had got success. But if you had not worked hard, you would not have got success. If you had been here, we all would have seen you. If you had been here, but just because we had not seen you, you are not here. That is the way of, it is called, interpreting this sentence. So if you had been here, we all would have seen you. If you had taken my advice, you would not have failed. It is in this context we have got some more examples for functional grammar, and some of these sentences are beginning with, the conditional sentences are beginning with if. So see, if it rains, the match will be cancelled. Even if we run, we will not be able to catch him. Unless I tell you don't go out of this room. In case, please buy me a pen in case you go to the market. I'm not asking you to buy the it's called pen, and just to buy the pen, I'm not telling them go to the market. In case you go to market, you buy me a pen. Provided you will play cricket, provided the weather is good. As long as you can keep on studying, as long as there is light. Similarly, so long as you can go out, so long as you keep social distance. Otherwise, please don't go out. So you will be allowed to go out so long as you keep social distance. Whether or is a very important sentence, very often we use. Whether you respect me or not, I will love you. So it doesn't depend on your respecting on me or not. I will keep on loving you. In the event of, it's almost like in case, more or less the same meaning. In the event of the meeting being cancelled, I will inform you well in advance. Or rather, in the event of meeting is cancelled, I will inform you well in advance. With this understanding, we shall do some exercises. First question. If you try with all your attention, you will solve this sum. That is how the ICSE question will come. They'll give in bracket the direction or what to do. Begin unless. So change this, convert this sentence to a different sentence using or beginning with unless. Unless you try with all your attention, you will not solve this sum. In earlier classes also, I have informed you that if you make unless is a negative, it is called type a negative meaning it gives, and to bring this positive one, you have to bring another negative this side, not. So two negatives, algebraic method, like two negatives makes one positive. Unless you try with all your attention, you will not solve this sum. That means if you try with all your attention, you will solve the sum. You will go for the picnic only when, see the condition, only when you complete your projects. Not one, all the projects. Okay. So rewrite sentence using provide, rather provided. It should be actually provided. Rewrite this sentence with using provided. You will go for the picnic provided you complete your projects. In the place only when you complete your projects. So in the place of only when, we are writing provided. Third sentence, if you go out in the evening, bring a bathing soap for me. Obviously, in case. So, bring a bathing soap for me in case you go out in the evening. Now, many of you pronounce this word as bathing soap. Sorry, it is not bathing. Bathroom, correct. But bathe, the word is B-A-T-H-E. Bathe. Bathe means to take bath. So, the soap that you use for your bath is known as bathing soap, not bathing soaps. Okay, please correct your pronunciation if it is wrong. Bring a bathing soap for me in case you go out. If you go out, in case you go out. Unless we rush, we shall miss the train. Begin if. So obviously it will become a negative again. If you don't rush, we shall miss the train. Number 5, he looked around, otherwise he would have been hit by a vehicle. It is a little advice to each and everyone. Look before you leave, they say. But not only that, when you walk or especially you go across or cross the road, or you always look around and then take your steps. Otherwise, this accident may take place. Anyhow, now grammar, come to grammar. He looked around, otherwise he would have been hit by a vehicle. Now, if he didn't look around, he would have been hit by a vehicle. See the expression. He looked around, it's a positive affirmative sentence. If he didn't look around, is a negative sentence. But meaning is the same. If I don't hurry up, I will not reach the office on time. So we have to use otherwise. So you have to make it a positive sentence. If I don't hurry up, so hurry up, otherwise you will, sorry, it should be not I, it should be you. Okay, it should be you. If you don't hurry up, you will not reach the office on time. So your answer is rewriting the sentences using otherwise. Hurry up, otherwise you will not reach the office on time. So if you don't hurry, you will not. Hurry up, you will. This is how the understanding goes. If there is an earthquake, what shall we do? By the way, this is a grammatical question. So we are asking you to change this or convert this sentence, transform this sentence using suppose. Suppose there is an earthquake. If there is an earthquake, suppose there is an earthquake, the last part as it is, what shall we do? Dear children, to learn English grammar, sometimes you have to go through the question patterns, sentence patterns, and you have to go to the roots of the question and the sentence patterns. And this type of how to say, your homework, that means going through this kind of pattern, if you get into your mind very clearly, these are like mathematical formula, the grammatical formula. Please go through this grammatical formula. It is once again not just for the sake of the exams, but it is for your good English learning sake. The assignment will go along with this, and provided if you have gone through or made attempts to learn or understand It is only then you will be able to complete or solve the assignments. Wish you all the best. God bless you. Stay safe.